Welcome back to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky. Today's episode, we're discussing, can spirituality and business coexist? Deb, before we went to commercial, you were talking about how you had these male allies that helped you. And that seems to be um, a recurring answer to a lot of my questions on the show. And, a lot of women have been thinking that, I only need females to help me get to that next level or help me advance. But recently, with a lot of the questions that I've been asking, all the women have been saying that, it's really important to surround yourself with male allies because they can open doors for you and actually help guide you to that next level. I want to ask this question of you because I ask it of all of my entrepreneurs that I interview. As different types of advice motivate different people, what would your best piece of advice be for those thinking about starting their own business?
I would say you do go with your gut. You go with your gut, and you balance that with your science. It is half inspiration, intuition, and half be prepared and ready to work hard. Nothing comes. There's no winning the lottery. Nothing comes easy in my experience. It
Mhm.
does come with putting the work in.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, nobody just comes out with a silver platter and starts giving you things. You really have to apply yourself, and it's a lot of hard work. Today's theme is about spirituality and entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
How do you define spirituality, and what exactly does it mean to you?
So for me, it just means, going inside, finding that power, that voice, that authentic me that's, in that quiet still space. It's about knowing that me is connected to everything and everyone. And in that space, which, I mean, I say this as if I'm so connected to that place inside me. And at 65, I'm still learning to uncover the many layers that I've built to, keep myself safe and not really being connected to that deep inner person. But it's a quest. It's the search. It's seeking for that side of life that is more about the ethereal, that is more about your intuition, that is more about what you can't see and feel and touch, but exists.
So, as a spiritual woman, what role has spirituality played for you in the growth and success of your businesses? Because you do have three of them.
I do. And I would say that, I did a spiritual experience with my co-founder at Divine Destinations years ago. And out of that weekend, we had an incredible experience where we were tasked with a whole bunch of people being in a room to create a lunch, to create the decor, um, to create the meal, to create everything with no budget and no ideas and no resources. And in the beginning, you had to see how that was such a mess with all of these women. Actually, this is ridiculous. How can we make this happen? Blah blah blah. But as we started to settle, what we created from 100 strangers in a room was one of the best meals and events I've ever attended in my entire life. So I took that experience and brought it to my largest business, which is the Winford Group. And I actually am in co ownership with a male. And together we have really learned to balance our energies. And again, that feminine masculine doesn't necessarily have to be gender related, but
Mhm.
we've taken our energies and through many fights and through many instances, but a lot of staying in the ring, we bring both of our energies to running that business. And he'll tell you, it's so much more successful than it would be if any one of us ran that company. And with Divine, we constantly search for destinations that are both sacred in their sites, special in their energy, but also provide a lot of luxury and a lot of unique ways to experience that destination. So I think what I want to say is that I'm always bringing duality to everything. Each business I have, the other business is a yoga studio and wine lounge.
Yeah.
So there's that, nod to being wicked while, on the road to being well. And the dualities or the masculine, feminine, those two things, I really think they're part of my purpose in life to bring those things into balance in the world. And it is a journey. I'm still trying to do it. And together, Allison and I are trying to expose that experience to others while we
Hold that
travel.
thought, Deb. We'll be right back.